Alright, here we are with another game. We're going first. There's a Chiffchaff in the tray. We got a yellowthroat in our hand. We don't have any food or egg solutions for our wetlands, but I think this is kind of set in stone here. We're going to keep as much food as we can, and we're going to immediately draw that Chiffchaff and then start digging once we have the yellowthroat down. And I think in this situation, we're not going to do a good job with Ethologist, so we'll just go large bird just because it's the other option. We see a food-producing bird from my opponent, the Great Tit. It's a janky-looking bird feeder. Throw down our yellowthroat. My opponent gained food. I think I'm going to draw this Carolina wren here and play it. It's got a cavity nest, so when I lay eggs to play my second bird in the wetlands, I can at least be on the board for the round goal. And then I'll pick up 2 extra cards for tucking later, and then that opens up column 2 of the forest, so I can discard an excess card for some extra food, which I'm probably going to need. Dipper could be really good as well. Ibis, I think we're going to chuck that. Ruddy Duck, overkill. Wonder if my opponent grabs that, if they don't already have a better wetland bird. They did grab it. So let's throw down the wren. We'll use the cherry. Draw off the top of the deck. Mourning Dove is exactly what we needed. There's our egg-producing bird. So my opponent laid their eggs. They've got their cavity nest. So I'm now going to lay eggs so we can play our Mourning Dove in the wetlands. My opponent laid more eggs, so they took 2 inefficient lay egg actions, which I don't necessarily mind at this point. Throw down my Mourning Dove. We'll just keep 1 egg on our wren so we can at least get this extra point. Not that it's a huge thing, but every point matters. I've had way too many close games to ignore even 1 point. My opponent gained food again. I am going to gain food here. Going to discard the woodpecker, gain a cherry, and a fish. There we see the ruddy duck from my opponent. Still got their 4 eggs. And I'm just going to draw cards here to end the round. Outwinds. That's good. We have the fish for it. Chuck the shrike. Wonder if my opponent doesn't grab that dark-eyed junco here. Makes sense with the round goals being what they are. They didn't take the junco. They played white-crowned sparrow, one of the migrating birds. Interesting. So the fact that they didn't just draw the junco here, they migrated the sparrow to get a more efficient draw card action. I do need a 3rd egg because I'm going to play the Chiffchaff and the Outwinds. So I think I'm going to deny the junco here and then get an extra egg off my Mourning Dove, the egg I need. And this common goldeneye might work out for us. Gotta remember large bird as well. I don't have a food producing bird for my wetlands. My opponent drew cards off the top of the deck. So let's throw down our Chiffchaff. Now we're tipping our hand. They're gonna know exactly what we're going for here. My opponent gained food. Bird feeder's looking pretty janky here. And we're going to lose hard on our bonus card and the round goals, which is the traditional weakness of the Chiffchaff. So hopefully we can score a bunch of points and find a food gaining bird for our wetlands here and solve our future problems. And we can just overwhelm our opponent with huge amounts of points. We've got Barn Swallow in the grasslands from our opponent. So they're going to be on the board for the round goal. And let's just start digging for big eagles and food producing birds. We'll keep the Vireo for future double plays with the big eagles. Avocet could solve some egg problems, but we still don't have any grassland birds. Get rid of Bubble Link. My opponent got Franklin's Gull. Man, that's two opponents in a row that got Franklin's Gull, so we've got our work cut out for us. Osprey, could that... Oh, I don't want to hand food to a Franklin's Gull. Hold on to the Vulture just in case. I got both Vultures. That might help with our food production if they start playing some Predators. Black Redstart. That could be helpful, but our Morning Dove interferes with that. So my opponent has laid their eggs. We're just not going to get on the board for this round goal. And I could play the Vulture, but it's just so much better to just keep drawing cards and find even better cards. Puffin. We're gonna have to do something about our Morning Dove here pretty soon. My opponent gained food. Still a janky bird feeder. Crow. That actually pairs really well with our Morning Dove. Not the eagle I was looking for, but something. Purple Martin. Not going to play that in our wetlands, but I'd rather draw it than my opponent. Have my opponent draw it, that is. So we can get rid of the Puffin now. Tuck our cards. Get another egg. Draw two more. Get rid of the Waxwing. Let's get rid of the Golden Eye here, because we know we're not going to play it. Nothing devastating in the tray. We need to take a gain food action here, and thankfully our crow eats anything. So let's discard the extra card. Could do Vireo Sparrowhawk. My opponent gained food. So they've got a Franklin's Gull, Barn Swallow, Grassland Engine, and we're into round 3. And they got plenty of food, so something big is coming up here. These round goals really favor them. Hopefully we can get our crow down. I'm thinking here, do I actually want to play this purple martin for points? The crow allows us to drop some big point birds later in the game. And we're going to be losing points on our doves, so we might as well be turning that into food, right? And then we can pull off some potential double plays. We'd be scoring 5, 6 points off our engine. We have the crow down. 5 off the Chiffchaff. 1 off the gull is 6. And if the dove is open, that's 7. And if the martin is down, that's 8 points for the rest of the game until the dove fills up. And we could just dig for extra cards. Am I past the point where I really need food? There's 10 activations left in the game. You know, I think I just play this martin and I just start digging for Benelli's and Eastern Imperial. Because the engine is just going to be so big, there's really going to be nothing that compares to that. So I think I am going to do that. My opponent laid eggs, took a card out of the tray there. They got plenty of food. They got this wrong goal on lockdown. And hopefully this Chiffchaff can bring it home for us. Let's start digging. Hummingbird would have been kind of nice earlier, but it would have sucked to give my opponent food. Come on, Benelli. The Hooded Crow, I don't actually have the food for it, though. Hooded Crow could be good to counter grasslands. Poor man's rough. But 3 food cost is a tall order now. We're getting late into round 3 anyway. We'd get 2 activations. It would be 3, 6, 9 point bird. We're better off just digging. We're getting 1, 2, plus 5 is 7, 8 off the dove. My opponent played the bee eater. Makes sense. There's Eastern Imperial. Exactly what we wanted. Tuck all our birds. Now we just need Benelli. We'll keep digging until we see it. We can save these big birds till the end of the game. And I'm going to be one, even if I do get Benelli, I'll be one short on large bird. That's annoying. Got the Vireo in our back pocket for Benelli, but we don't have the food for it. So that's probably a no-go. My opponent runs their grassland engine. They picked up a worm, it looks like. So we're entering into the end of round 3 here, and there's not a major engine on deck for my opponent, so I think we're in a really good position to outrun them, especially with this Eastern Imperial in our back pocket. So let's keep digging for big fat eagles. Just in case we get handed some food, I'll take the sparrow. Who'd I miss? Chiffchaff. Hold on to that griffin vulture. It's a 0 food cost bird. So now my dove is full. I can just chuck it for an extra card here. Lazuli? I wouldn't mind some extra eggs. Do I have a cup nest? I do. My yellowthroat is on deck for that. I will gladly take those points. Discard an egg off the dove. Come on, Benelli. Bluebird, we don't have the food for it. No Benelli that time. Free egg, gladly take it. And my opponent is crushing us on these round goals as expected. Again, the traditional weakness of a Chiffchaff. My opponent gained food here. 3 wheat. Got the other Chaffinch, Chiffchaff. Squawko can go. And we got Benelli's. Holy cow, both big eagles. Hit the thumbs up for double big eagle action. Thumbs up for Benelli. Incredible. Feels good to have luck like that go my way for a change. Usually I'm getting hammered pretty hard on the luck. And my opponent even has Franklin's Gall this time around, but I don't know that it's going to be enough to counteract what we got going on here. Painted bunting, bonus card bird for my opponent, makes sense. So let's actually, I'm going to play the Benellis here to clear up the egg on my Mourning Dove. So let's play the Benelli here. Another free egg from our opponent. And they've got 2 bonus cards. Got 1 piece of food left. That could be 5, 6, 7. 7 times 2 is 14. We could spend an egg on the gull, so they're gonna fairly efficiently end their game here. So let's continue to run our wetlands. Get black-headed gull for style points. More eggs. Pretty self-explanatory. We both have pretty straightforward engines here. Draw our cards. So playing that Martin over the Crow was the right move in the long run. Look at how many tucks we got on that thing. Huge. 2, 3, 4, 5. And Odwin's is huge. And then we'll drop the Eastern Imperial on our last activation for clean 10 points. One last free egg. Drop our Eastern Imperial. Look at that board. Amazing. And we did so well without a food-producing bird in the wetlands. Birds in the... Oh, I was thinking this was birds and most birds in habitat for some reason. So we do win that easily. Alright, if you like that Chiffchaff action, do me a favor and hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so my opponent comes ahead on eggs and round goals. And our score is going to be pretty skimpy until we start racking up the tucks here. They got 82. I think we beat that fairly easily. We had a humming Chiffchaff engine. What did we get? 115. Well, good game to my opponent.